Live breaking news.
And that breaking news is happening right now in San Francisco, where a bus filled with dozens of partygoers has overturned on Highway 101.
Traffic is stretching back for miles and miles. If you're headed south tonight towards the peninsula, we'll have some alternate routes you might want to consider.
Good evening. I'm Dan Ashley.
And I'm Kristen Zia. Let's show you a live look right now at the scene at Highway 101 near Cesar Chavez Street. From Sky 7, you can see that bus still there right now, and police fire on the scene.
Now we have live team coverage tonight. Katie Marzullo is at SF General, where many of the victims were taken.
Well, let's get right to ABC 7 News anchor Dion Lim live near the scene of the crash. Dion?
Kristen, what a mess. Still a very active scene along Highway 101 at Cesar Chavez in the southbound lanes. Right away, take a look behind me. You can see this overturned bus that overturned just after 8 o'clock this evening is still here. You see those two engineers taking a look at the bus, inspecting to see the damage, looking for clues as to what may have happened. Let's take a live look or taped look at Sky 7 at just how much of the freeway was blocked. Because of this accident, you can see there traffic just squeezing by in one lane. Now, CHP tells me the bus started wavering back and forth and hit that center median wall and bounced back across 4 lanes of traffic to crash on the other side. To give you an idea of just how intense the response was after this crash, 8 fire trucks and 8 ambulances were on the scene. All 29 passengers were on this bus, plus the driver, and were injured in some capacity. Now, you can see some of those passengers dressed up in suits and formal attire. Out here live, I see a black feather boa. They were on to their way to some kind of party on the peninsula. Now, San Francisco Fire Lieutenant Jonathan Baxter, he tells me the driver was not impaired.
The driver, commend the driver. He had some injuries, and he stayed on the scene. And he was the very last person to get onto one of the ambulances. He wanted to make sure that everybody was accounted for, everybody's needs were taken care of. Again, he stayed here until everything was done, and he was the last person to get onto a bus.
Now, once again, this is the view from the front end of the bus. You can see the windshield completely taken out in order to rescue the passengers on board, and how scary that must have been since they are completely on their side. Out here live, still a very active scene. Those mechanical experts in the background just up and down inspecting every single inch. It'll still be days, I'm told, until we know an exact cause of that crash. Once again, that driver was not impaired. Reporting live in San Francisco tonight, I'm Dion Lim, ABC 7 News.
Dion, thank you. The bus is owned by Charter Brothers. It's a family-owned company that advertises more than 20 years of experience.
It conducts charters for corporate events, schools, weddings, and field trips. The company's website says its buses can transport 56 passengers. We want to give you now the latest on the injuries out there tonight.
ABC 7 News reporter Katie Marzullo continues our live coverage from SF General. Katie?
Kristen, Dan, I do have new information for you about the patients here at San Francisco General Hospital. But first, I want to show you some new video. This was about an hour ago that the San Francisco Fire Department's mass casualty transport bus arrived here at the hospital. We could see a handful of people sitting inside that bus along with fire personnel. And then when they arrived at the doors of the ER, they all seemed to be able to get off the bus and go into the hospital on their own. And that goes with what the hospital spokesperson told me most recently, just in the last few minutes, that 23 patients are here at San Francisco General. 22 of them are in fair condition. One person is in serious condition. And as far as their injuries, I'm told they are mostly cuts and bruises. There might also be some fractures, but none have been identified just yet as those patients continue to be treated. Now, we have also learned that 4 other patients were divided up between St. Luke's and St. Francis hospitals. None of them are critical. And just to give you a better picture of exactly who was on this bus, we know from hospital staff here that the first 8 patients who arrived, not on that mass casualty transport, were all people in their 20s or 30s. And the San Francisco Police Department confirms no children were involved in this accident. Live in San Francisco, Katie Marzullo, ABC 7 News.
All right, Katie, thank you.
That's good to hear. Now, a live look at our traffic map showing heavy traffic on Highway 101. That is the red part to the site of the accident at Cesar Chavez Street. If you're heading down the peninsula, you might want to consider getting off and then taking 280.
All right, let's show you Sky 7 now with another look live at the traffic delays. Again, this is a live image. 3 hours after the accident, this is what people are dealing with. You're better off getting off at Harrison. Then you can get over to the 280 extension and avoid this mess.
Yeah, this breaking news continues now on Twitter at ABC7 News Bay Area and our ABC7 News app.